Hey everybody, I'm back. So I'm about to go to Heaven's Edge to investigate the incident that happened several years ago for the Inquisitor.
My not so numerous, but nonetheless dearest guests. About a year ago at my last birthday party, I assured you all that I nurtured a deep-seated hatred for boring people who give protracted speeches in the misplaced belief that their inner thoughts are of any interest to anyone but themselves. Now I am a whole year older and also a full-fledged crusader, an honorable position that requires me to be as dull, pedantic, and vexing as I possibly can. Therefore, a speech it is. The revered cleric Nestrin, my guardian and tutor, often told me that those who live a sinful life may expect to join the abyssal hordes after they die. This is why their path is the most despicable of all. A part of their soul may return to Mendev in the abominable form of a demonic invader. Every time we see a demon, we might as well think about it. What if this wretched creature used to be your great-great-grandfather? What if certain parts of this pointy-tailed beauty used to belong to your pious cousin? They say that the demons represent the sins of the souls they are made of. Succubi emerge out of lustful souls. Vandals turn into Abracandilu. Gluttons become Nabasu. I, for one, am determined to commit as many different sins as possible, so that the distributive mechanism of the abyss breaks when it tries to decide what to do with my soul. You, my dearest guests, will be my assistants in this complicated task. Eat, drink, and indulge yourselves in whatever vices you can. Let nobody leave this house as righteous as they entered it. Live every day like it's your last. After all, nobody knows when that day will arrive, do they?
How interesting. Did you find anything interesting? Nothing, really. I just took note of a few things. I attempted to find out whether anything unusual or mysterious has happened to the Count over the last 10 years. During my conversations with his acquaintances, 2 people noted that he never speaks of the revered Nestrin, the priest of Iomade who was his guardian and tutor. Yet he just mentioned Nestrin in his speech, whatever that might mean. You told me that you tried to find out if anything odd had happened to Dayron over the last 10 years. Some of his servants complained about strange occurrences in the house, like objects moving by themselves or candles going out. Of course, that could simply be a figment of their imagination. It is also very well known that the Count often invites various spellcasters to entertain him and encourages them to use their magic in mischievous ways. Practically the whole Mendev knows the story about the 3 drunk wizards and their teleportation race across the roofs of Canabras after a party at the Count's house. What I'm trying to say here is that any fluctuations in residual magic at his house are not at all surprising. There was the matter of the abduction, however. A gang of bandits kidnapped the Count hoping for a ransom, but the only reward they got was death. Afterward, the Count told everyone that he had hired the bandits himself as a joke. The other mercenary squad that freed him and executed the bandits was also in his employ. Nobody really wanted to delve too deep into this case after confirming the identities of those wretched cutthroats. There was one disturbing fact about it all, and I don't mean the Count's bizarre idea of fun. The mercenaries who supposedly freed him had also cut off the bandits' heads, after they had already killed them. My companions have been finding severed heads among their belongings recently. Strangely, things like this weren't a problem before Dayron joined the party. What? That is an alarming coincidence. Now we have another reason to conduct an investigation. It is crucial that we find out what exactly happened at that tragic feast. Their heads were cut off? You mean the bandits who attacked Dayron? Yes. Perhaps I wouldn't have even noticed this detail had I not visited Heaven's Edge right after the tragic incident. I remember that we also found several headless bodies, both of guests and demons. We thought they had been decapitated during the fight. What do we need to do, Inquisitor? Now that's the hardest part. I need to dive deep into the past of this place, which requires casting several different spells over some time. It would be very convenient for me if nobody interrupted the process, especially the Count himself. I don't think he remembers my face, but a suspicious stranger casting unknown spells might attract his attention. All in all, what I want you to do is to distract the master of the house. Right now, he is playing host in the very place I'd like to start with. I understand. Good luck. Come back to me when the Count leaves. I will tell you everything I managed to find out, and maybe even show you something. First time I've ever seen Ember actually unhappy.
Beautiful!
Hmm. See, clear purpose. These bracers allow their wearer to cast healing spells without provoking attacks of opportunity. They also grant +2 bonus on concentration checks. Do I give this to him or him? I guess I'll give them to him.
Let's see what we can do. Is that a trap?
Hello, what are all these? So you can perceive the world by creating high-pitched noises and listening to their echoes. This gives you blind sight to a range of 40 feet. I feel like that would be useful for them to have. It looks like they can both learn echolocation, but can they cast that on themselves? Oh, that's a 6th level spell. You won't be getting that for a while. Oh, I forgot to fill up his 3rd level spell slots.
Here we go.
Yeah, there was also the equipment. Draven's Hat. This hat grants the wearer a +2 profane bonus to intelligence score. Whenever they cast a slow or haste spell, it is quickened as though using the quicken spell feat. Additionally, once per day this hat can make any spell quickened. This hat can only be worn by non-good characters. Oh, good. Let's see, that gives the same amount bonus to intelligence. So then this can go to... him, I guess. And I also got Wand of Mirror Image. This spell creates a number of illusory doubles of you that inhabit your square. These doubles make it difficult. Yeah. 1d4 images plus 1 image per 3 caster levels. Maximum 8 images total. So 1d4 plus 2 looks like. Guess I'll give that to Nenio. I have always considered myself an aesthete, not a hero. When doomsday comes, I thought I'd pour myself a glass of 100-year-old wine, sit in the front row, and just watch the world burn. Playing the violin was also an option. Now, I'll be damned if I know how I ended up in the Fifth Crusade. How did I become the companion of a hero chosen by Iomedae? Sometimes the most casual occurrences dictate our fate's course. I'm afraid that is not always the case. Sometimes it is dictated by alien but wholly deliberate forces. Tell me more about Heaven's Edge. This estate was once a truly beautiful sight with its lush gardens and placid ponds. The house itself is not that large, however. This land was part of the border region even before the World Wound, so my ancestors took that into account when laying the foundations. The larger the mansion, the harder it is to defend. I'd gladly give you a tour, but I'm afraid there's not much to see here. I didn't have much time, so my servants only managed to clean up this yard, the great hall, and a couple of rooms. There is nothing interesting about them, except perhaps the magical firefighting system powered by water elementals. I'm not sure it's still functional, though. So why did you really decide to throw a party at the scene of such a tragedy? What's this ghoulish farce all about? What an odd feeling. It's like I had been lying under the sun in a spectacular meadow in full bloom, and then you barge in to pour a bucket of ice-cold water all over me. Is this how you treat people who invite you to their celebrations? No, you don't have to answer. I could come up with a polite excuse, but I'd rather match your courteous manners and put it bluntly. I do not wish to continue this conversation. Thank you for ruining my mood. I shall retire to my chambers for a time. Well, that works. I see that you did your part, Commander. Thank you. Now, get ready to watch and listen closely. I will unravel the past of this place and try to show you whatever I find. My dear guests, the Lady of Heaven's Edge welcomes all of you today. I hope this day is as bright for you as it is for me, because on this day my only precious, sometimes arrogant, but utterly beloved child was born. A child is usually a reflection of their parents and caretakers. Countess, will you allow the humble tutor of this young man to address the guests in the man of the hour as well? Can't we have just one day without your sermons? It's my birthday, after all. Day. I'm sure the revered Nestrin only wanted to hug you and offer you his best wishes on your birthday. Wait, what? What's that noise? The sorceress of evil has come to your celebration, mortals. Did you prepare a treat for me, too? What do you want, spawn of the abyss? I have already done everything I wanted to. Hey you, doddering cleric, look around. Don't you notice anything odd? The plague is in your wine, in your food, in the air around you, in your blood. Soon you will all die. Pray to your pathetic goddess and call upon your healing powers all you want, but they're not going to help you. Nothing will help you. I will give you a chance to see it for yourselves, and when I return, the grave realization will have already sunk its teeth into your throats. Oh, how I love watching mortals in their final desperate hours. The first appearance of the disease and the Lilitu, one of the many sisters of the accursed Minago. So far, everything I've seen matches the official version of events. Who were the people in the vision? Countess Selena Arendelle was Daren's mother and one of the most beautiful women in the history of Mendev. She was an Aasimar, just like her son. The old man is the esteemed cleric Nestrin, our count's guardian and tutor. He was well known for his unfaltering faith and iron will. I was only passing acquaintances with him, so I can't tell you anything more than that. I didn't recognize the others, but Daren told me that the first victims of the disease were his second cousin and the cousin's wife, hailing from the eastern border. Surely the cleric could have done something. I can't say for certain, but I believe there was nothing he could have done. Magical diseases are already difficult enough to cure, and this plague struck very fast indeed. Now, we must find out what happened next. What now? I can sense the aftershocks of a very strong outburst of emotions and memories somewhere in the west wing of the house. Something must have happened in one of the rooms, so please check if anyone is in there, and distract them if need be. fireplace? What's the deal with this fireplace? There's a keyhole, but where's the key? Commander, I assume you have an urgent matter that requires my attention. What is this room? Just a random room. I told my servants to make some rooms ready. This is one of the rooms they chose. I am absolutely confident that you won't be able to persuade Camellia to dance with you. Ah, now that is a challenge. I can imagine her either graciously acquiescing or deftly slipping deadly poison into my wine just for suggesting it. Such is our dearest Camellia. You've given me a brilliant idea. I see that you were able to do as I asked. Prepare yourself. This vision might be rather difficult to watch. Mother, can you hear me, Mother? Hey, my boy, how did you get here? Don't come any closer, This disease. Mother, listen, the revered Nestrin has sealed the gates. He says that he won't let anyone leave the estate. If the plague reaches the larger settlements, nobody will be able to stop it. He claims this is why the demons attacked us in the first place. They knew that we would call upon the strongest clerics to heal us, and those clerics would catch the disease and die as well. The Fat Baron and his family tried to escape, but 3 armed paladins barred their way and said they would not let them go. Mother, we need help. Canabras is full of clerics, wizards, and demons who know else. And demons know who else. They might know how to stop it. We need to get there as soon as possible. We must obey the revered Nestrin. We are the lords of Mendev, and we must protect our people. If the plague, if it reaches Canabras, thousands of innocent people will die. I don't care about any innocence. You're ill, Mother. You're dying. You must tell them to open the gates and take you to Canabras. They won't listen to me, but you are the lady of the estate. They can't refuse you. I can't. I must... Please leave, my dearest. Don't lose hope. You can still... Now I have an answer to one of my many questions. Nobody went to Canabras in search of help because the revered Nestrin didn't let them. He valued the safety of the city more than the lives of his flock at the estate. What a difficult choice it must have been. All lives are equally valuable. How could he refuse to save them just because he thought some other people might suffer? The magnitude of potential disaster made him do so. Or perhaps it was a matter of his dignity. No one wants to be responsible for wiping out an entire city. I have never been in the revered Nestrin's position, but I know the price of difficult decisions, especially those that you have to make quickly. I have no right to judge him, but we must continue our investigation. The next site I'd like to examine is the Great Hall. That is where we found the remains of Nestrin and the demons. I assume that he killed them in a confrontation, but we must make sure of that. Please help me clear the area so that I can study it. Yeah, I guess they all say the same things as before. Oh there, Reynard. Amelia's frosty attitude breaks my heart, but that dance with her was easily one of the best moments of the evening. How are you enjoying my party? Are you having a good time? How about you, Darren? Are you having any fun? Of course I'm having fun. What's wrong? Do you want me to spend my whole life in fear and mourning, blaming myself for what happened? Fine, let's change the subject. I thought the unique ambience of Heaven's Edge and the fact that we're on the very border of the World Wound would make this celebration special. I thought the past would resurface and make itself known. Well, it seems even ghosts don't wish to attend my parties anymore. What can we do to liven up the evening? You know what I think? I think it's time for a drinking contest. Ah, yes, the tried and trusted method for salvaging a dull party. For salvaging anything, actually. I am ready, but who is my competition? Thela will fight for the honor of all paladins. Yes, sir, Commander. Hey, Ren, my boy, you've still got time to back out. You don't want Auntie Sela to spank you in front of everyone now, do you? What will you do if I win? Are you going to cry and pray to Iomade for an alcohol resistance aura? Now that would be something worth seeing. Let's drink until one of us falls unconscious or begs for mercy. That was just a little warm-up, I say. Up for more? The fear of your inevitable defeat has already got the better of you, Darren. I can see it in your eyes, boy. Come on, let's have another round. Will this be the one that knocks you flat? Falling in battle against such a worthy opponent would even bruise my ego, especially if you carry me upstairs to bed afterwards. Whoa, are we done here, or are you ready for another round? Well, Darren, I have to admit that you're not the pathetic wimp I thought you were. Well, if I'm a wimp, I'm at least a well-pickled one. Shall we continue? She used lay on hands on herself? My grandfather, or maybe my great-grandmother, put this bottle in the family cellar, and it proved loyal to the scion of the illustrious Arandaise. Why didn't I bet you'd lose? My kindness and generosity truly know no limits. I don't feel very well. Hey everyone, let's go back outside. I need to get some fresh air in my lungs. Here we are again, Commander. So let us take another glimpse into the past. Why are you running from me, my sweet prince? Come on, let me touch you. I'll give you— Get away from him, demon! Let the boy go! By the blade of the inheritor, you touch him only over my dead body. You are pathetic, old cleric. Are you the guardian of this charming little prince? Well, you guarded him in vain. The disease is already circulating in his blood, and soon he will rot before your very eyes. You won't be able to help him, and I can at least make sure his death is beautiful, clean, and sweet. We'll see about that. Something is wrong, Commander. My spells are not working as expected. It's as if some kind of a supernatural explosion occurred here 10 years ago, blending everything together. The magical auras, the emotions, the memories. I will try again to read it. Could it be dangerous? I cannot say for certain, but it is unlikely. The past is in the past, and no one can travel through time except for some uniquely powerful entities like Aeons or perhaps the eldest of the First World. Even though the past of this place is horrible, it poses no threat to us in the present. Please continue. Just give me a moment to focus. I will try to channel my visions and feelings to you as accurately as possible. Darren, my boy, what is going on? Leoder's muscular shoulders suddenly begin to shake. The vision he is channeling does not change, but you feel something enormous and chilling silently infiltrate the reality around you. The presence of this nameless being becomes almost palpable. Some alien entity is talking to him. Hurry, old cleric, stop him right now! Do you really want to see what happens when... Save me. Can you save me? The presence thickens into something more tangible. The entity is silent, but you feel your blood pulsing in your temples, and each beat brings a new image, or rather a new notion. Help brings a feeling of relief and safety. Exchange makes the pulse stronger, more demanding. Gate and secret come immediately after. The images become heavier, almost visible. Secret. Keep the secret. Otherwise, death. Death, death, death. The gruesome images whirl through your mind, filling it with pain and fear, and then it all starts again. Help, exchange, secret, death. Aaron, wait! The thing you're about to let loose is even worse than these demons. Demons. Saints. I'm so fed up with all of you. Burn! What a misfortune. No, what a disaster. Everything is far worse than I imagined. Are you all right? The strain, the emotions, they overwhelmed me and made me faint like an agitated youngster. It is nothing really. I will not be able to cast any spells for the rest of the day, but aside from that, I'm fine. Do you understand now what happened 10 years ago? Yes and no. Damn it, my thoughts are astray. I will try to explain everything to you in full detail. Many living things are capable of performing the most extraordinary feats, good or bad, when a deadly threat looms over them. 10 years ago, the young Count found himself cornered in every sense of the word, and he allowed some alien entity to intercede for him. It frightens me that all of my experience as an Inquisitor is completely useless in this case. It does not resemble anything I've ever heard or read about. This entity, I think I will call it the Other, possesses uncanny power. It was capable of instantly killing 3 greater demons, a mighty cleric, and a host of other mortals. You saw everything yourself. What's even worse is that this entity, this Other, it is still here. I don't know what exactly this creature is, but I know what it did to the Count. It turned him into a living gateway. The Other is not inside the Count's body, it is not directly controlling his mind. That's why there are no obvious signs of possession. But it is looking through his eyes. It treats him like a window into our world, and it can instantly step through it to wreak whatever havoc it desires. Does Dayrin know anything about all this? Yes, of course he does. Did you hear what the Other tried to convey to us? Help in exchange for a secret. Death. Death to those who know the truth. It wants to have an opportunity to use the Count as a gateway without anyone knowing. This is what made Dayrin deny that he remembered anything about the conclusion of the events at Heaven's Edge. What might the Other want? This is the strangest thing about it all. It came to this world 10 years ago and it's still here, right? All this time it has been watching us through the eyes of the Count. Had it, for instance, wanted to kill Her Majesty the Queen, it would have had plenty of opportunities to do so. Count can get close to practically every influential figure in Mendev, but the Other refuses to act. Or its interests lie in some other sphere. Did the Other kill everyone then? The disease was not to blame? Not everyone, just Nestrin, his paladins, and the few remaining guests. Damn it. I know that it was the work of a mysterious omnipotent entity, but it still stings. I was here 10 years ago, and I didn't check everything personally, and those who did failed to sense that something was wrong. Could the other be the reason why my companions kept finding severed heads among their belongings back in Canabras? It seems very likely. I am almost certain you are right. People tend to lose their heads when they get too close to Count Arenday anyway. I do apologize, that was inappropriate. Perhaps your gruesome findings are the heads of some cultists who tried to kidnap the Count during the Canabras slaughter. Or perhaps they provoked the Count in some other way. Provoked the other in some other way. We have to do something. Yes, now I understand Father Nestrin perfectly. I must make a crucial decision despite a dearth of information. Commander, first and foremost, I must apologize to you. Second, I must ask you to keep this secret. What are you sorry for? I apologize for dragging you into this mess. You see, the other, an entity of immense power, stated very clearly that it would kill anyone who found out the truth. Anyone who knows that the Count is actually its living gateway. I suppose this secret is currently known to 3 people on Galarian. You, me, and Count Dayren. And that means... Why should I keep it a secret? As soon as the Count finds out that we know his secret, the other will understand it as well. We do not know what it is, and what exactly is the scope of his powers, but we do know that it would dispose of anyone who might reveal its existence. I've made a decision. I will not tell anyone about the discovery we've just made, not even the Queen or my superiors. Instead, I will immediately go to Nerosian and sift through all the archives of the Inquisition in order to find out what exactly we are dealing with and how it can possibly be defeated. I may also make some cautious inquiries in other places, including Absalom. Still, I will not reveal the truth until I have found at least some reliable information. I am asking you to do the same. Specifically, do not say a single word about our investigation to the Count himself. So you want me to lead the crusade while carrying a bomb that may explode at any moment? I'm afraid that you won't be able to hide from the consequences when this bomb does explode. It's up to you to decide, though. What are you going to do with Dayren himself? At the very least, he's guilty of letting the other enter our world. Right now, I am a lot more concerned about the other, but when we find a way to get rid of this entity, the Count will have to stand trial. Many things about this case are still unclear, including the extent of his guilt. Did he call upon the other by himself, or did he simply answer its call? Could he refuse its offer, or would it have led to his immediate death? Every detail is important, and every testimony needs solid proof. That is the difference between righteous justice and blind vengeance. Fine, I will keep it a secret. You've made the right choice. I recommend that you go back to the guests and spend the rest of the evening as you please. Anything else might raise suspicions. I must leave immediately in search of the knowledge we all need so desperately. Farewell, Commander. May the light of Iomade guide your path, and Leoder Hawkblade will try to keep your path to triumph clear of any unwanted guests. Okay, so... the best healer in the party is playing host to an Elder God. Fantastic. Oh, I didn't know you could double up like that. Oh, it's like assisting in the tabletop game. Huh. Hmm. Really? This is why I didn't want to deal with the crusade. Soldiers come across a group of riders on fatigued horses. They were desperately fending off a demon attack after what had clearly been a long pursuit. The Crusaders slew the fiends and questioned the travelers. The riders turned out to be escaped prisoners from the demon's mines outside Dresden. They had killed their cultists' guards and stolen the horses. According to them, their guards knew nothing of the commander's forces, so hopefully his offensive will catch Dresden unawares. Having driven out the monsters, the Crusaders discovered that which had drawn their attention: graves. During their retreat from the Lost Chapel, its last defenders stopped here to bury their comrades whose wounds were too severe. The clerics can sense the god's blessing on the ground where their faithful warriors were laid to rest. Oh, is this what I think it is? Yep, here we go. Commander, are you alright? Praise Desna, we're in trouble. The camp is under attack. The fools. This is no war camp, it's a garden party. I warned them to watch the sky. What's going on? Report your status. It's a complete mess. The camp is on fire, winged beasts are attacking from the sky, trying to snatch our people away. We need to mount a defense, and quickly. Who attacked us? I don't know. I can't see anything in the dark. All I can say is they're attacking from the sky, not charging us from the ground. I got a closer look at them. I don't think they're demons, more like flying statues. At least their skin's like stone. Regular weapons are all but useless. Even this vague description is clear enough. The camp is under attack by gargoyles.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. You won't survive me.
Nura is panicking. She's running up and down, looking around frantically. She casts about and notices you, then dashes right toward you. Commander! Commander, what's going on? Save me! Why do you have a vial of alchemist's fire on your belt? What? Where? Ah! Gargoyles! Wait a minute. Where are all of my Cure Light Wounds potions going?
Beautiful.
Melia is hiding behind the cart, keeping to the shadows. She watches the chaos around her with squeamish apprehension. The butchered corpse of a crusader lies at her feet. I'm really pretty sure she's a serial killer. This is the exact same situation we found her in. Like in the very first part of the game. What happened to this soldier? Same thing that will happen to the rest of your troops if you don't hurry. Are you alright? I am, but our army is an even sadder spectacle than usual. Let's move, we need to retake the camp. Let's go, if these monsters thought we'd be easy pickings, they're in for a disappointment. Two.
Yet another obstacle.
I'll cut you wide open.
Make every strike count.
Get your pants over there? Come on, don't check out on us now. This is how we deal with them. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Let's see, 13, 12, 11. Gotta roll 7 or higher. Nice. Sealer, are you alright? I'm fine, but our soldiers are panicking, going down easily, not even putting up a fight. The veterans from Canabras are holding up alright, but the ones the Queen sent are greenhorns. A sorry sight.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. I got this. Damn you!
The spirits demand your blood.
Are you still here?
Two, three, four. Who is she? Who told you about me? Yep. And now this is... And now she's taken to the Lost Chapel.
Commander, convene an urgent council.
A stranger. I am the answer, but what is the question? What's this fortress that scum was talking about? Where is it? Here, the Lost Chapel. Our scouts reported there was trouble brewing there, but this... Who did the monsters carry off? Erebith and 24 soldiers, both recruits and veterans. Half our squad was taken too. We're all that's left. One of your companions, a tiefling, Woljif, I think. I last saw him running from the camp. But there were no monsters chasing him. I don't want to badmouth anyone, but I think he disappeared of his own free will. I'm very sorry. They also took that female knight from the small order who joined us after the crusade began. She always steered clear of me. I don't know why. What monster took Erebith? I'm not sure, but judging by your description, it sounds like a Nabasu. They're demons, sort of like bats. They can suck the life out of people and turn them into ghouls. Our scouts reported that ghouls were wandering around the chapel. Now we know where they came from. One more thing. The name he gave, Cabriri. That's a demon lord, the patron of ghouls. They say he was the first mortal to eat human flesh. After his atrocity, he died in agony and was reborn in the abyss, becoming the first ghoul. We can hope it only means that Cabriri was the patron of the demon who came to us, but it might mean that another demon lord has joined the Demon Alliance and is sending his troops here. Gorgus, where were you? I didn't see you on the battlefield. Don't tell me you suspect me of worshipping demons. I'm one of you. I'll swear on any kind of deity or symbol. Or all of them in a stack. Some people, you do everything for them and still they pillory you. Shut your trap. No one accused you of anything. You've been asked a question, so answer it. No one saw me, neither friend nor foe. I drank an invisibility potion and hid under a cart. What was I supposed to do? I'm not a fighter or a wizard. If I'd stayed in plain sight, I'd be on the missing list right now. I see. We'll depart immediately for the chapel and save whoever we can. The demons won't feast for long. This peace is too tough for them. Let's not keep our friends waiting, or our enemies. Uphill again, through the mud, no road. Well, I do hope these demons will be entertaining enough to make up for the inconvenience. Is everyone ready? Commander, we don't have much time. While we stand around here, our friends are being eaten alive. I'll run on ahead now to scout out the area. Don't sit around here. Come after me, quickly. We'll meet at the foot of the mountain. Isn't that something? So they come from the sky, the monsters. Grab you up and take you back into the sky. What do we do now? How can we fight something like that? Lesser phylactery of positive channeling. I think Social had one of those. There's a save named that already? There, that's where they took them. Looks like the monsters are having a feast. We've got some survivors. They escaped somehow, but they'll never make it away from those gargoyles. That reminds me, look who I met here. She was just standing there blinking, as if she knew someone would come for her. What? Ah, yes. It must be admitted that gargoyle-born flight is ineffective and uncomfortable. By the way, did you know that gargoyles can be tickled by scratching their heels? I'll wait here. Send me the ones you can save from those monsters. I'll care for the wounded and get them to safety. How are you holding up? Alright, better than the people in there. What do you see on the hill? Just what Nura said. Gargoyles, ghouls, fresh ones. Hasn't been long since they turned, and they didn't die pretty. Looks like the demons stormed the chapel at some point. So we don't have to worry about getting inside. There's a huge hole in the wall where the gate used to be. At least that's one piece of good news. Is that winged demon in there? Well, I didn't see him flying away. I sincerely hope that wretch isn't thinking of leaving, especially when he personally invited us to this occasion. It would be the height of rudeness for a host. Do you have any extra healing wands? The party needs healing too. I could share some wands. I took care of the wounded, then we might not have enough to heal all our soldiers. Are you sure you want to spend this magic on the party? No, keep them. Many will need healing today. Hope we manage to save at least some. I'm going to the chapel. Save everyone you can, please. Won't you be at risk here? Don't worry about me. I've been learning how to hide from monsters since I was 5 years old. If I don't want to be seen, I won't be. I hope Medei watch over you. Desna go with you. Oh good, they did manage to complete a long rest.
Good guys always win.
Nice. Is that you, little girl? Say something kind to me, for one last... And here's our blessed little beggar. I was just beginning to think I'd never set eyes on that grubby little face ever again. But it seems that fate truly does watch over the mad. I don't know what fate is, but my grandma watches over me and my crow. Yes, of course, fate, grandmother, and crow. No, you won't die. Look, I still have spells. You don't have to die here. No, I'm finished. They bit me. The pestilence is in the wound, I can feel it. Soon I'll be like them. Run away, before it's too late. I think the old fellow is right. You or I could heal an ordinary wound, but we stand little chance against a ghoul bite. Come along, Ember. The longer we stand around out in the open like this, the more likely we are to end up back in the gargoyles' clutches. No, please, don't give up. I'll carry you. You can't die. Your granddaughter is waiting for you at home. Granddaughter. Yes, you remind me of her. Boisterous little thing, but you can't lift me. No, I can't be helped. Death comes for us all, little girl. I have made my peace with it, and you should too.
Yes.
Look, it's the commander. He can definitely help you. Ember, how did you escape? They wanted to make me stop moving like the others, but they couldn't. It just didn't work on me. Their claws froze everyone else like statues, but I ran away. Dayron, how did you escape? What? Oh, there's a well further up. It serves as the entrance to a small cave where the gargoyles stash their treasure. They obviously took me for the same. The flattery. They obviously thought I wouldn't be able to get out on my own, so they left me in there. But I did get out, though I paid dearly for it. I've got scratches and dirt all over me. And when I say treasure, I don't mean anything truly valuable. There is nothing down there worth your attention. What's inside the chapel? It's very scary in there. Everyone gets killed and then turned into ghouls. The people are always screaming, and the winged demon is always laughing. Are you alive, warrior? Can you walk? Get to the foot of the hill. Anivia will heal you. I told you, you don't have to die. Not here, not today. And what should I do? I can help you fight these monsters, but perhaps I'll be of more help down there, with Anivia. I have the same question. You know, I must have heard at least 1,000 stories about the horrors of the war with demons and the nightmares of the world wound. I was raised on them and surrounded by them. I even lived through some of them myself, but none of it prepared me for what happened here. Can't imagine how much wine it's going to take to banish from my memory the moment when I found myself alone and surrounded by monsters. And that's why I very much want to go with you and see the monsters quake in fear. It's only fair. Ember, you help Anivia. Dayron with me. Sure. Oh, he can channel positive energy. I guess I'll give this to him then. Oop.
I got this.
Nice.
Mind over muscle.
You won't survive me. Endure this!
Oh, thank you for amusing me.
You should have listened to reason. You are today's sacrifice!
Waiting's never fun.
Смотрите, Туриnos. Damn you! Bam!
Is he? No.
The light with you.
Go for their hearts!
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Make every strike count.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Yaker.
No glory without risk. Into the fray.
Are you still here?
This time those winged beasts won't defeat us. We escaped and we're ready to chop them to bits. Ready, are we? Speak for yourself. Gods, why did I ever go on this crusade? I could have stayed home, picked mushrooms, milked my goat. Does Regil still live? Yes, he's here somewhere. I managed to help a few of your recruits escape, and he's already made a decent fighting squad out of them. How did you escape? They didn't even get a chance to take us prisoner. It is too dangerous to fight a gargoyle while it's carrying you in midair, but once it starts to land, it becomes vulnerable. We escaped their claws over the slope and took the weapons from the fallen. Lo and behold, Regil Durenge's fighters are back and ready to serve. Are there any prisoners left? Yes, there are many. We retreated to regroup, hoping for reinforcements, and you proved us right. I see not everyone here still boasts your fighting spirit. Yellow-beaked snot-noses. They've never even seen a real fight. If it wasn't for us, they'd all scatter and the gargoyles would pick them off one by one. Hell Knights execute such cowards on the spot to serve as an example for the rest. We'll do without executions. As you wish. Paralector Durenge would skin you alive. He'd hang half of you lot himself, but the rest would become real soldiers. Retreat to the foot of the hill. Find Anevia and wait for my return. Affirmative.
I welcome your company.
Wake up! Please wake up! Did you know her? No, not her. We were brought here together. I admit, even I was caught off guard when gargoyles grabbed me and dragged me off. The recruits must have been terrified. She did well, though. Soon as the monsters were about to land, she twisted out of their claws and helped us all escape. This shield. I prayed my eyes deceived me in the darkness, but now there's no doubt. Reynard, this is my brother's shield. It was kept as a relic in our church for centuries. We used to gaze upon it as children, imagining the adventures of its previous owners. When Trevor went to the crusade, he took this shield with him. Who are you? Where did you get it from? In the name of Shalyn, why didn't we get to talk while you were still alive? Maybe her squad mates or her commander will be able to tell us something. Yes, they must know something. When we're finished with this cursed chapel, please ask the Hell Knight commander about this woman. It's unlikely he'll talk freely with me, but for now, whoever you were, thank you. To arms. Come with me. Let's go. We'll clear this place of filth. Get out of here, Camellia. What did I roll? 3. Damn it, I was 1 short. Not bodies, ghouls. Prepare to attack the ghouls that are pretending to be corpses.
You're irrelevant.
All you got? My cat Lando could do better. Out of my sight! You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Ragel.
I will see to your demise. You won't survive me.
Stop whining. Raise your weapons. Ready your defense. You wounded. Hold your torches up. Did the Queen send us soldiers? Looks more like a sewing circle. Commander! Ready to report on the situation. We organized an escape. There are no fewer than 3 dozen gargoyles and ghouls in the fortress. We lacked sufficient forces for a confrontation, so we withdrew. Look, a Hell Knight stooping to help his allies. I never thought I'd be glad to see your face, Regil. I will always preserve the lives of allied forces. If you thought in terms of efficiency and achieving your goals, as every fighter should in this war against the demons, you would be far less surprised at my actions. How did you escape? Gargoyles are used to dealing with weak and poorly trained fighters. Civilians near enough. During our first battle with them, we weren't at our best. But while they grew confident in their victory, we studied their habits. They become vulnerable when they are preparing to land. It's a simple matter to free yourself from their claws. The rest is a question of skill. Those gargoyles just won't leave your unit alone. It is not about my unit, Commander. The gargoyles seem to know precisely in which tents to find their targets in. And another thing, do you recall the fire at camp? Gargoyles don't have any incendiary weapons. The flames were what guided them to us. I don't know what Commander Tirabade and her celebrated watch are getting paid for. It's clear as day there's an enemy spy in your camp. What's going on in the chapel? It's a slaughterhouse. Even I almost threw up. That demon, you see, just killing and eating his victims isn't enough for him. He's inventive. Send your fighters to the foot of the hill. The survivors are gathering there. Consider it done. Am I to retreat with them or come with you? You'll come with me. I'll need all my allies to take out this nest. Affirmative. Let's replace him.
I will help where I can.
Oh, right, that's what I was gonna do. Yeah.
Is that a trap? Let's see what we can do.
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
I guess somehow we got the surprise round.
Retreat is not an option. Begone, fiend!
Okay, now that I'm at the top of the hill, I think I'll stop the video there for now. Because the rest of this part is gonna take a while. So, thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you all again some other time.